welcome you once again into a wonderful year from the Word Explosion team. We wish you a successful and a prosperous 2020. In this new year, we hope and trust that God is about doing wonderful things in our lives, and we will cooperate with Him so that all that He has for us will come into accomplishment. Today, I want to start by discussing what I have titled, Behold, I do a new thing. Behold, I do a new thing. I'm reading from Isaiah 43, 18 and 19. Isaiah 43 verse 18. Remember ye not the former things, neither consider the things of old. 19. Behold, I do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Wow. You know, this portion of scripture talks about the rescue and the deliverance of God for Israel from the Babylonian captivity. And it talks about how God will rescue them and how the people will sing praises to their God. And the new thing God will do for them. New thing of forgiveness, new thing of restoration of the presence and the glory of God. And the prophet Isaiah tells us that God will do a new thing. I want to speak about, behold, I do a new thing. So, by extension, this scripture relates to us as believers. We have been rescued and delivered from sin and from everything that had dominion over us, from every captivity that was upon us. By the work of the cross, we have been delivered. God is a moving God. He's not static. He does new things in each new day. His mercies are new every morning. He does new things all the time. It is up to us to prepare ourselves and align our priorities aright with God, so that what He does will be manifested in our lives. If God is doing new things, and especially in this new year, in this new season, what manner of people should we be? I want to talk about three things. Firstly, because God is doing a new thing, we must not dwell in the past. When you read verse 18, remember ye not the former things, consider not the things of old. If God is doing new things, we must not dwell in the past. The past is like a prison that contains things that are gone. We must not return to it. There is a saying that let sleeping dogs lie, let bygones be bygones. Like, let the past remain the past. May we shift our attention to what is coming our way. That is why he uses the word see or behold. It means shift your attention to what is coming. It means be alerted on what is about happening. Behold, I do a new thing. Don't be dwellers of the past. You must not dwell in the past. If God is about doing new things, we must not dwell in the past. The Apostle Paul says that I forget all things. I concentrate on one thing. I press on. I forget the things of the past, the pains of the past, the gains of the past, the opposition of the past, the advantages of the past, the opportunities I lost. I do not concentrate on it. I press on. Behold, I do a new thing. God is ready to move with us. May we not stand still and look at our back. May we not remember the past. May we not be dwellers of the past. May we be alerted and may we look forward to what God is about doing for us as His people. So, behold, I do a new thing. Because God does new thing, and it's about doing it in our life, we must not concentrate on the past. Let the things that has gone, let it pass by. May we realign ourselves and restructure ourselves, position ourselves in the atmosphere where we can receive new things from God. May we forget the past. So God was telling the people of Israel, forget about the Red Sea that parted into a dry ground. Forget about the wall of Jericho that fell. I am doing a new thing. God does new things. Don't dwell in the past. Don't concentrate in the past. Don't turn your face to the back. Look forward. Look in front of you. Be alerted. Be prepared. Don't dwell in the past. Look forward into the future with hope, with an amazement that God will do bigger things and new things for us. Again, behold, I do a new thing. Because God does new things and God is about doing new things in our life, we must not dwell in fear. The portion of scripture where we read in Isaiah 43, when you start to read verse 1, it says that, now this, that saith the Lord, who created you and formed thee, Israel, fear not. I have redeemed thee, I have called thee by thy name, thou art mine. When you pass through the waters, I'll be with thee. When you pass through the rivers, it will not overflow you. When you walk through the fire, thou will not be burned. Fear not. When God is about to move with us, when God wants to partner with us to fulfill his purposes for this earth, we must not dwell in fear. I remember when Moses sent about 12 spies to go and look at the land of Canaan and to bring the report back. 10 came and said that, Moses, we cannot, in fact, we will never be able to conquer these people. We are even like grasshoppers in their presence. But people who had an excellent spirit, Caleb and Joshua said, we are well able to possess the land, the new thing God wants to do with us. We will not dwell in fear, we will be able. So when God does new things, he is telling us that we must not dwell in fear. When we walk through the waters, he is with us. In the rivers, it will not overflow us. In the fire, we will not be burned. We will not fear what will happen to us. Yea, though I walk through the valleys of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Why? God is with us. He does new things and will not dwell in fear. Someone has said, the coward dies many times before his or her natural death. And that is true. In 2 Timothy 1:7, Bible says that God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of sound mind. May we not be dwellers of fear. May we not fear. Fear of the future, fear of men, fear of opposition, the fear of failure. May we count it out. May we be people who are bold, expecting God to do a new thing in this new season for our life. Behold, I do a new thing. And because God does new things, we will not dwell in fear. Let fear go away from you and position yourself. Brace yourself. Treat you like men. Be strong and courageous. Like God told Joshua, be strong and courageous. I am going to do a new thing with you so that Israel will possess the land. So you must not dwell in fear. Only be strong and courageous. Today, God is telling us that he's doing a new thing. May we not dwell in fear. Lastly, may we also not dwell in doubt. When you read 2 Kings chapter 7, the word of the Lord came to Elisha. And he said that tomorrow by this time, Samaria, famine will be seen no more. Food will be in abundance. Bible says that the officer upon whose hands the king leans says that even God, if God is going to do it, it will not be in that shortest possible time. The Apostle James says that the double-minded person cannot receive anything from God. God will do a new thing. The mouth of the Lord has spoken. He's not a man who should lie. He will do it. May we not dwell in doubt in this new season, in this new chapter of life. God has been so faithful to us. He has ushered us into another decade. May we move forward, not in doubt, but in believing God that he will do it. Behold, I do a new thing. May you not doubt God. He will do it. He will create rivers in the desert places. He will do all that he has said he will do it. May we not doubt him. If you doubt him, that means we are not willing to experience the new thing God is going to do. Behold, I do a new thing. May we not be dwellers of the past. May we not be dwellers in fear. And may we not be dwellers in doubt. God is going to do it. We believe in him. He has said it. Faithful is he that calleth. Same shall do it. God bless you.